Ladies and gentlemen, in life, there comes a time when words are not enough, when noise is nothing more than a distraction, and when silence becomes your greatest strength. The title before us today, Stay Silent, Stay Focused, Stay Victorious, Become Unstoppable, is not just a phrase, it is a code of life. Stay silent. Silence is power. Too often, people waste their energy on arguments, on proving themselves, on seeking validation from others. But true strength doesn't shout, it acts. The strongest lions don't roar every moment. They wait, they observe, and they strike when the time is right. Learn to silence the critics, silence the doubts, and silence the noise of the world. Use that silence to listen to your inner voice, to sharpen your vision, and to guard your energy for the battles that truly matter. Stay focused. Focus is the bridge between dreams and reality. Without it, goals remain wishes. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, opinions, failures, fears. But the one who remains focused turns obstacles into stepping stones. Remember, a magnifying glass can burn through steel, but only when it concentrates its energy on one point. When your mind is locked in on your purpose, nothing can move you. Discipline, consistency, and clarity will make you unstoppable. Stay victorious. Victory is not just about winning trophies or earning applause. It's about conquering yourself. It's about winning the war within, against laziness, against fear, against doubt. Each day you choose discipline over comfort. You are victorious. Each time you rise after falling, you are victorious. Victory is not a destination, it is a mindset, a way of life. And when you put these three together, silence, focus, victory, you become a force that cannot be broken. The world may doubt you, criticize you, or even try to stop you, but you will rise again and again, because you are fueled not by noise, but by purpose. So today I leave you with this: be silent in your preparation, focused in your journey, and victorious in your results. Walk your path with determination, and you will become unstoppable. Thank you. Silence is not emptiness, it is strength. In a world filled with noise, arguments, and constant opinions, the ability to stay silent is a rare and powerful skill. Most people believe power comes from speaking loudly, proving themselves, or responding to every challenge, but true power often comes from restraint. When you choose silence, you save your energy from being wasted on meaningless battles. You learn to observe more, listen more, and think more clearly. Silence allows you to step back from chaos and gain perspective. The wisest individuals are not always the ones who speak the most, but the ones who speak only when it is necessary and impactful. Silence also keeps you grounded. It prevents you from reacting emotionally or out of anger. When you do not rush to respond, you give yourself the chance to understand situations fully. Many great leaders, thinkers, and warriors knew the value of silence. They understood that you don't have to announce every move. Your results, your victories, and your actions will eventually speak for you. Staying silent does not mean weakness. It means you are strong enough not to be controlled by noise. Moreover, silence is protection. When you keep your plans, dreams, and goals to yourself, you protect them from doubt, criticism, and negativity. Not everyone needs to know what you are building, because not everyone will understand or support your vision. Silence becomes a shield for your purpose. In that quiet space, you grow stronger, you prepare, and you sharpen yourself for the battles ahead. So, staying silent is not about muting your voice forever. It is about choosing when to use it wisely. It is about knowing that your actions will echo far louder than your words ever could. Silence is power, and when you master it, you are already on your way to becoming unstoppable. Distractions are everywhere, and the world never stops making noise. People will always have opinions about what you should do, how you should live, or whether you are capable of succeeding. If you listen to every voice around you, you will lose your direction and weaken your spirit. That is why ignoring the noise of the world is a vital step on the path to becoming unstoppable. Not every word deserves your attention, and not every comment requires your response. When you learn to filter out negativity, criticism, and doubt, you create the space to hear what truly matters, your own inner voice, and your vision for the future. The noise of the world often comes disguised as advice, judgment, or comparison. Someone will tell you that your dreams are too big. Another will remind you of your past failures, and others will compare your journey to theirs. If you absorb all of this, you will lose focus on what makes you unique. Silence becomes your armor here. By refusing to react to every distraction, you preserve your energy for the battles that matter. You cannot fight every critic or respond to every challenge. Instead, you rise above it by staying centered. The greatest achievers in history were not the ones who shouted back at every doubter. They were the ones who moved quietly, worked relentlessly, and let results silence the noise for them. When you ignore the world's distractions, you are no longer controlled by the opinions of others. You step into freedom, into clarity, and into strength. Remember, noise fades, but results remain. Keep your mind free from clutter. Keep your energy away from negativity, and let your focus build the legacy that speaks for you. Focus is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Dreams on their own are nothing more than visions, but when you apply focus, you give them the power to transform into reality. Focus is not about doing everything. It is about concentrating on the one thing that matters most. Just as a magnifying glass can take the light of the sun and set fire to paper only when it is concentrated, the human mind becomes powerful when its energy is directed at a single goal. Without focus, time is wasted, energy is scattered, and opportunities slip away. In today's world, distractions surround us constantly. Social media, entertainment, and unnecessary comparisons drain focus from what truly matters. Every minute spent on distractions is a minute stolen from your purpose. To remain unstoppable, you must learn the discipline of shutting out the unimportant and locking your attention onto the goal ahead. This means saying no to temporary pleasures, no to unnecessary conversations, and no to anything that pulls you away from your vision. Success requires sacrifice, and focus is the form of sacrifice that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Focus also builds consistency. It pushes you to show up every day, even when you don't feel motivated. When you remain centered on your goal, you train your mind to ignore excuses and stay committed. The path may be long and progress may feel slow, but with focus, even small steps eventually create massive achievements. History remembers those who mastered focus because as they dedicated their lives to their mission without being distracted by noise or temptation. If you want to be unstoppable, guard your focus like a treasure. Protect it, strengthen it, and direct it toward your vision. With focus, no obstacle is too great, no dream too distant, and no challenge too heavy to conquer. Discipline is the foundation of every unstoppable person, while talent may give you an advantage and motivation may give you a spark. It is discipline that carries you through the storms, the challenges, and the days when everything feels heavy. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It is waking up early to work on your dream, choosing effort over comfort, and committing to progress no matter how slow it may seem. Without discipline, focus is weak and dreams remain unfulfilled. With discipline, even the impossible begins to bend in your favor. Distractions will always try to pull you away from your path. Comfort will whisper that you deserve rest. Fear will remind you of past failures, and laziness will tempt you with shortcuts. But discipline silences all of these voices. It is the force that keeps you moving when motivation fades. Think of an athlete who trains every single day, rain or shine, tired or energized. It is not because they are always motivated, but because they are disciplined. Their discipline builds consistency, and consistency produces mastery. The truth is, discipline is a form of self-respect. When you discipline yourself, you prove that your vision is more important than temporary pleasure. You show that your goals matter more than your excuses. Every time you choose discipline, you are choosing to honor your future over your comfort in the present. That is how unstoppable people are made, not by luck, not by chance, but by discipline applied day after day. If you truly want to rise above distractions and become victorious, you must build discipline like a muscle. The stronger it becomes, the easier it will be to resist temptation and stay committed to your path. Discipline is the secret weapon that transforms focus into results and dreams into reality. Victory is often misunderstood as a final destination, a single moment of triumph where the world claps for you and acknowledges your success. But true victory is much deeper than applause or recognition. It is a mindset, a way of living each day. Being victorious begins with mastering yourself. It is not about conquering the world first, but about conquering your own weaknesses, doubts, and fears. Every time you silence the inner voice that says, "You can't," you achieve a victory. Every time you choose action over procrastination, courage over fear, or discipline over comfort, you win another battle within yourself. External victories, the awards, the success, the achievements, are simply the reflection of the internal victories you have already won. A person who cannot control their emotions, habits, or thoughts will never hold on to external success for long. But a person who trains themselves to be resilient, patient, and disciplined will carry the mindset of victory into every challenge they face. This is why true champions are not defined by one win, but by their ability to rise every time they fall. Their greatest victory lies in their refusal to be defeated by failure. Victory also requires persistence. Life will test you with setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But the victorious mindset does not see failure as the end. It sees failure as feedback, as a lesson, as another step toward growth. To be victorious is to stand tall, even when the odds are against you, to keep moving even when progress feels invisible, and to believe in yourself when no one else does. When you adopt victory as a mindset, you stop waiting for the world to crown you. You crown yourself with resilience, determination, and courage. And with this spirit, no matter what life throws your way, you will always find a way to win. When silence and focus come together, they create a force that cannot be broken. Silence protects your vision from unnecessary noise, while focus directs all your energy toward achieving it. Alone, each is powerful, but together they form the ultimate formula for becoming unstoppable. Silence allows you to move without distraction, to prepare without interference, and to work without the burden of outside opinions. Focus ensures that your energy is not scattered, but directed with precision toward the goal you have set for yourself. When you combine these two, progress becomes inevitable. Think about the most successful people in history. They did not spend their energy announcing every step they were about to take. They worked in silence, often unnoticed, while the world doubted them. But because they were focused, their actions produced undeniable results. Eventually, their silence turned into a roar, the roar of victory, the roar of achievement. That is the beauty of this combination. Silence gives you strength in the shadows, and focus gives you power in the spotlight. The truth is, silence and focus build resilience. They prepare you to face challenges without losing direction. When critics try to pull you down, silence keeps you unshaken. When distractions tempt you away, focus keeps you locked in on your purpose. Together, they give you clarity, strength, and an unbreakable will. And once you start achieving victories through this formula, nothing can stop your momentum. To be unstoppable, you must embrace silence not as emptiness, but as strategy, and focus not as pressure, but as clarity. Work quietly, stay centered, and let your results make the noise. In the end, the world does not remember those who spoke the loudest, but those who combined silence and focus to create victories that inspired generations. That is the path to becoming truly unstoppable.